Today you are going to learn how to express a sum of two whole numbers that have a common factor as a multiple sum of two. Oh, let me try that again. Express a sum of two whole numbers that have a common factor as a multiple of a sum of two whole numbers that do not have a common factor. So that's really a word salad there. And we're going to get. Sorry, my cat is scratching me. Ow! Okay, that's enough. Thank you. Bye. Okay, so just to review, we are going to practice finding the factors of the following numbers. So let's start with, I'm going to do 15. Okay, so we're going to find the factors. This is a level 2 skill that you're going to need to know in order to do a level 3 target. So we're going to do number 15. So factors of 15. So I'm going to just start with 1. What's 15 divided by 1? Oh, it's 15. That means 1 and 15. Whoops. 1 and 15. Because 1 times 15 makes 15. Okay? You don't have to draw that line. I'm just showing you. So 1 times 15 makes 15. Let's see if 2 goes in there. So we'll do 15 divided by 2. That's a decimal, so that doesn't work. Let's do 15 divided by 3. Ooh, 3 times 5. All right, so 3 and 5. You multiply those together, they make 15. Now let's try 4. 15 divided by 4. It's 3.75, so that doesn't work. 15 divided by 5. Oh, yes, that does work. But look, oh, wait, we already have 5 and 3 down, so we're done. So those are all the factors of 15. So try your best to do 7, 9, and 10. And then show me. Okay, so today we are going to be discussing the distributive property. And that is when you multiply a number by a sum. No, sorry. Multiplying a number by a sum is the same as doing each multiplication separately. So what that looks like, remember this little dot? That means multiplication, okay? So it says that 3 times the sum of 2 plus 4 is equal to 3 times 2 plus 3 times 4. Remember, the dot means multiplication. So this is equal to that, okay? That's what the distributive property tells us. Now, just going over a little housekeeping vocab, equivalent means same value. Actually, let's put equal. It means equal / same value. So if you have two numbers that are equivalent or two expressions that are equivalent, they have the same value. So the first thing we need to get down before we can move to level 3 stuff is using the distributive property. All right? So 3 times the quantity, we're doing number 1 here. 3 times the quantity, 2 plus 4. So we are going to rewrite that using the distributive property. We're going to say 3 times 2. We're taking this 3 basically and distributing it to the 2. So that's 3 times 2 plus, because there's a plus sign here, 3 times 4. We're distributing what's on the outside of the parentheses to what's on the inside of the parentheses. Okay? Now, if we do our multiplication, we know that 3 times 2 is 6. The plus sign stays the same. And then 3 times 4 is 12. So what I want your answer to look like is you're just rewriting the phrase. Okay? I don't want you to do that final step and add them together. Okay? So let's try, how many of these do we got? I'm going to do one of each kind. So I'm using the dot operator for multiplication up here. So let's go to number 4. No, we'll do number 5. Where look, oh my gosh, there's no operation between that 7 and the parentheses. What does that mean? That means just multiplication. So you're going to do the same thing. You're going to distribute the 7 to the 2 and the 7 to the 3. So this is going to become 7 times 2 plus 7 times 3. Okay? If we do our multiplication, we come out with 14. Bring our addition sign down, and then 7 times 3 is 21. And we're going to leave it like that. I do not want you to write whatever the answer to 14 plus 21 is, okay? I'm not even going to say it because I don't want you to write it. Okay. So the rest of these look pretty similar. You're distributing the number on the outside to the numbers on the inside, okay? That's all you're doing. So look, this is equivalent to that. 7 times the quantity 2 plus 3 is equivalent to 14 plus 21. Same thing here. 3 times the quantity 2 times the sum 2 plus 4 is equivalent to 6 plus 12. Okay, so you're going to practice. Practice. I'll do another one just for fun. I'll do number 10. So we're going to distribute the 5 to the 1. That becomes 5 times 1. We have an addition symbol. And then we distribute the 5 to the 10. This becomes 5 times 10. We do our math. 5 times 1 is 5. Plus 5 times 10 is 50. So that's what our answer is going to look like. Okay, so once you're done with all 16 of those distributive property problems, please raise your hand so that I may check them before you move on to the more difficile problème. Difficile means difficult in French, just in case you're wondering. Okay, so once you've had those checked, you are going to be ready for the second part of this video, and that is our level 3 material. Okay, so basically what we're doing is we're taking these, look, it's so easy. Look, 32 plus 28, is that all I'm doing? No, you're not. You're just rewriting that in a different way, okay? So we are going to work several of these together, okay? So we're going to start with number 1. The first thing we have to do is we have to find the GCF of 32 and the GCF of 28. Okay, see 32, see 28. Okay. All right, so GCF, that stands for greatest common factor. So that means we have to find all the factors. So I don't want you to lose hope. This is not hard, but it is time consuming. Okay. And it's easy to lose focus and lose interest and to ramble like I'm doing right now. Okay, so we have 32. Finding the factors of 32. All right, so we know that 32 divided by 1. Oh, look, it's 32. That means 1 times 32 makes 32. Okay? So let's move on. Let's see if 2 works. We'll do 32 divided by 2. Oh, what do you know? It works. So we put a 2 and a what? 2 times what? 2 times 16. So 1 times 32, 2 times 16. 32 divided by 3. Ugly decimal. 32 divided by 4. Does that work? Indeed, it does. So 4. Oops, that's the part of the screen that doesn't work. So don't mind how ugly that is. I would put a comma, but it's not letting me. So we know that 1 times 32 makes 32. We know that 2 times, oops. Good gracious. 2 times 16 makes 32. And I know 4 times 8 makes 32. Let's see if 5 works. 32 divided by 5. Nope, doesn't work. 32 divided by 6. No, that doesn't work either. Let's do 32 divided by 7. 32 divided by 8. Oh, that works, but oh, look, we already have 4 and 8 written down, so we don't need to do that. remember that, what was I going to say? Okay, this big gap here is there because my screen is dumb. Okay, so don't do that on your paper. Just ignore that. All right, so now we're going to find the factors of 28. So we're going to do 28 divided by 1. Okay, that's 1. Nope, that's not what I want to use. 1 times 28 makes 28. Let's see if 2 works. 28 divided by 2. 2 times 14. 28 divided by 3. That doesn't work. 28 divided by 4. Aye, that works. So 4 and 7. Again, that gap is there because my computer does not work. So do not panic. So 1 times 28 makes 28. 2 times 14 makes 28. And 4 times 7 makes 28. Okay, so what numbers do they have in common? Looks like they have a 1 in common, like all numbers. They have a 2 in common. They have a 4 in common. Remember, common means they both have that number. And it looks like that's it. So 4 is our winner because it's the biggest number they both have in common. So that is going to go on the outside of the parentheses. 4. Okay, so now we need to fill in those blanks on the inside of the parentheses. That would make it true if we distributed that 4 on the inside. So if I distributed the 4 here to that first number, what would I multiply it by so that I could get the 32? Okay, so let's look back at our factors. We have 4 times what makes 32? It's 4 times 8. If you want to re-divide, you could do 32 divided by 4. If you've already forgotten how these numbers relate to each other, 32 divided by 4, it's 8. So I'm going to write an 8 on the inside here. 8. And then I'm going to look at the next number, which is 28. 28. 4 times what makes 28? Well, if we don't remember from our factors over here, we go 28 divided by 4 equals 7. So we're going to put a 7 on here. Okay? So these are equivalent expressions. 32 plus 28 is the same as 4 times the quantity, 8 plus 7. The way you check your work, does 4 times 8 equal 32? Yes, it does. Does 4 times 7 equal 28? Yes, it does. How much time do I have on here? Oh, I only have 2 minutes. You know what? We're going to call it good from there. If you need... No, just try it out. Yeah, you can do it. No, I shouldn't do one more. I'm going to make another video with another example. Okay.